gosh.
Welcome to Riverdale. Everything.
Hello.
The town with pep.
We're falling apart.
Wrong.
You spelled it wrong. It's two P's, one E.
I like it. I like it as is. It's supposed to be CHOCK.
No, this is Pops Chalk Tit Shoopy.
Welcome, hundreds of viewers. Back to
Us every time.
You dare me to take this way.
No.
Stop.
All right,
Okay.
welcome everybody on YouTube, whoever the 3 people that watch
Hundreds
us.
of
We got 2 new people today, so yay! Welcome to our new people, Andrew and Julia, who are joining us for the first time. Mercedes, kick us off. What should our viewers do?
Smash that like button. Drink that ranch dressing. 20 subscribers. I'll drink an entire container
Hell
of ranch.
yes.
Oh,
I'm gonna
anyway.
get my mom to sub to this just so you can drink the ranch.
Raise your hand if you've seen Riverdale.
Every episode, baby.
Marina and I have, but wildly out of order on purpose. So this should be interesting. So Andrew is Jughead, and because the show is formatted like it's him writing his book, he will also be doing all of the stage directions.
I am Cole Sprouse. All right.
So,
Act 1.
Ah.
Iconic shots of an American small town. Beginning with a welcome to Riverdale sign. Its faded motto.
The town with Pepsi.
It just
That
says
says Pep.
we're off to a great
Did you do that on purpose?
No.
Dumbass.
Oh my god, yes. Okay.
I'm pretty
No,
bad.
it seemed like a
Okay. A male
Oh,
teenager's voiceover narrates. There's an idea of Riverdale. We see nondescript suburban streets, anonymous, mysterious. Of what kind of town it is, what sort of families live there. We see Riverdale's main drag, storefronts, local businesses, people, different ages, sizes, races, walking. A notion that it exists unchanged, unchanging, as if frozen in a time capsule. We cycle through images of, City Hall, Pickens Park, the Bayou Movie Theater, the fire station, the 24-hour diner, Pops, ... There must be exactly how it presents itself to the outside world. Safe, decent, innocent. So that's, if you were looking at it from the window of a train, rushing by, you might wish that you lived there.
you sound like you are in a mob movie.
I'm
What is
Batman.
happening?
Well, it's because Jughead's some like edgy, pretentious teenage reading. I'm
Where were
literally
you?
a 90-year-old
We
man.
see.
A derelict building.
We lost a person.
our first step.
First step. Oh.
I'm back.
We're back in business,
She's back.
baby.
All right, let's go.
Baby. Boarded up windows, brick walls, covered in graffiti, a couple of skinny, possibly methed out kids stumbling into the building's dark doorway. I love the possibly methed out part.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
But there's only one aspect of it, and only on the surface. The high school, the police station, the comic book shop, the train station, the liquor store. The truth is, if you really want to understand Riverdale and what kind of place it is, I'll have to tell you about its shadows, the town beneath the town. Sweetwater River, early morning. A beautiful slow-moving river, eternal, hypnotic. Starting, I guess, with what the Blossom Twins did this summer. A red convertible crests the hill, overlooking the river. Stops. Tires crunching on the gravel.
Oh, it's a band.
Trees covered. Oh, Sweet Child Oh My. Plays on the car stereo. As 2 impossibly gorgeous teenagers. It can't
The
be
first
real.
fucking character description we get. Impossibly gorgeous.
This is a CW show, what else do you expect? Both red-haired, step out of the car, ... They are Jason and Cheryl Blossom, and really, they could be models from Abercrombie and Fitch.
Oh my god.
That's what they say about me all the time.
Did not realize I would be singing.
Oh, I can't wait. I can try to do my best. What's
Keeps on
playing while Jason fucking dies.
Look at the river shimmering, rippling surface. Start walking towards a dock. Ooh. On the 4th of July, just after dawn, Jason and Cheryl Blossom drove out to Sweetwater River for an early morning boat ride, as was their custom. As they near the dock, Cheryl hesitates.
Are you scared, Cher?
Now I am.
Cheryl shakes her head. Jason smiles, takes her hand, leads her onto the wooden dock to a rowboat at its end. The song keeps playing, wafting down the convertible's open doors.
They left their car on?
Why
They're
not?
rich kids. They don't understand what
Who
money
cares?
is. Jason and Cheryl in the rowboat are sliding across the water towards an outcropping of rocks they pass into and out of. Frame. Okay, same morning. Nerdy glasses wearing high school geek Dilton Doily guides a troop of Boy Scouts along the river's edge. They all carry binoculars. Dilton's pointing to birds in the trees. The next thing we know what happened, for sure, is that Dilton Doily, who was leading Riverdale's Boy Scout troop on a bird watching expedition, came upon Dilton, and the scouts stopped short. There's Cheryl, huddled up in the lapping water, knees tucked under her chin, arms around her legs, shivering because she's sopping wet. Cool.
Cheryl? Are you okay?
Numb, in shock, she turns to him. Her face is streaked with tears.
Jason.
Then one of the scouts, pointing out at the river, yells.
Look! Out on the water!
The rowboat's upside down, banging lazily against those rocks. Later that day, a police boat anchored by rocks, Detective Sam Hill, drinking from a mug, is in charge. Scuba divers jump into the water.
What in Sam Hill?
Oh!
Riverdale police, led by Detective Sam Hill, drag the river for Jason's body, but hours later, still nothing. The entire town is watching from the riverbank, parents holding their kids. Blonde Alice Cooper stands with her husband, Hal Polly, 18. Pretty, but tweaked out and damaged. Maybe she was one of the meth kids.
They'll never find him. Not with that undercurrent.
Awful to say, but I hope he suffered in those last moments.
Fucking hell.
That was sinister.
Wait, I need to simmer in rage. Jason Blossom burns in hell.
Needless to say,
Sick
there were no
simmering.
fireworks in Riverdale that night, except for the fireworks of emotion. Alright, we're in the cemetery now. The Blossom family, Dad Clifford, Mom Penelope, and Cheryl, all with red hair, all in black. This is like reading My
All
Immortal.
of them have red hair. I think it's perfect.
Standing at a freshly dug grave, as a minister says a few words, we don't hear. A week later, the Blossom family buried an empty casket, and Jason's death was ruled an accident, as the story Cheryl told made the rounds. That early morning, idle turned tragic when Cheryl saw a ribbon in the water, and Jason reached down to get it and accidentally tipped the boat and panicked and drowned. Why was he trying to get a ribbon?
Delaney, was your last background just fire?
Yeah, because Jason Blossom burns in hell.
We're now at Pop's Chocolate Shoppy Diner. Night. Open 24 hours. A skinny teenager with dark, shaggy hair sticking out from under a weird hat. It's like a felt crown. Sits atop one of the diner's booths. I'm sitting atop the diner's booth, tip-tapping away on his laptop.
His next description. I'm ready.
Guys, I totally lost the page.
Oh my god, Andrew.
This is Jughead Jones.
I'm scrolling.
emo
I'm scrolling.
heartthrob.
Thank you.
Wow. All right.
Guys, when I die, can someone please put an emo heartthrob on
Just
my
on your
grave?
gravestone.
Yes,
yeah.
absolutely.
That's what I want. Which is super weird because Jason was captain of every sports team at Riverdale High, including water polo. And during summer vacations, he worked as a lifeguard at the country club. And when two teams were playing at the same time, he was sprinting across the gym to the other sports field.
A regular Troy Bolton.
All right,
The
let's
waitress stops
please.
by with a coffee pot, gestures with it. Does Jughead want a refill? He nods, holds up his cup. Not that anyone examined those facts too closely, or asked too many questions. Probably because the blossoms were like poison roses in the Garden of Riverdale. And no one wanted to get pricked on those venomous thorns. The Pembroke apartment building at dusk. A town car pulls into the gothic apartment building's driveway. Here comes Batman. So the 4th of July tragedy became just another suburban legend. A cautionary tale where we would analyze and regurgitate endlessly until some new scandal or mystery rolled into town. 2 dark-haired beauties, Hermione Lodge, Pearls, always. And her teenage daughter Veronica, on her iPhone, don't you dare give her an Android, climbs out of the car, look up at the Pembroke's ornate facade.
The gargoyles remind me of the Dakota.
I'm trying to put on my pearls. Give me a second.
Oh, always.
Always.
Get together.
Always.
I'm together. The same architect that this one, the Pembroke. The apartment small, a pied a terre, but.
Quality always.
And it was the only piece of property in my name, not your father's. So the courts couldn't take it from us.
Hermione grips Veronica's hand.
You'll make a go at it here, won't you? The people in Riverdale, they're kind and forgiving in a way that they just aren't in New York.
I'll try, Mom. I promise.
The building's front door opens. The Pembroke storeman, Smithers, in a uniform, comes out, waves, approaches.
Miss Hermione, welcome home, ma'am. How was the ride?
No traffic, thank God. Smithers, you've never met my daughter, Veronica, have you?
Never. It's a pleasure, miss.
Hi.
I'll get your bags. And would you like some menus, ma'am, so you can order in?
Oh no, I've had a craving for one of Pop Tate's cheeseburgers since the Tappan Zee Bridge. His dinner's still open, I pray.
Diner.
Diner, thank you. Listen, the script, I said dinner. I can't read
The script.
We're
Let's
vibing.
go. We're vibing. Let's go.
I got a quick question. Is this how Disaster It always goes?
Yep.
No.
Yeah.
Okay, good.
Oh,
We're at Riverdale at night. The same night, to clarify. We hear crickets, a dog barking, end of summer sounds. The camera pans towards a series of modest homes along a tree-lined street, towards one house in particular, a bedroom on the 2nd floor. The Cooper's house, Betty's bedroom, night. Blonde, pretty, Betty Cooper, 16, in jeans and a bra, getting dressed, while brown-haired Kevin Keller, 16, he's cute, lounges on her bed, scrolling through profiles on his iPhone.
But you already had your date picked out for tonight.
I did! Chalkbud 92! But then he suggested we meet in the bathroom of a truck stop off Route 80.
Hi, Craigslist killer.
So it's back to the grind on Grindr. Or can I just hang out here with the twinks of fraternityx.com until you get back? My parents are warpathic.
Oh no, why this time?
Same old, same old. General Keller goes on a bender, calls me a homo. Mom starts yelling, I'm out the front door. Are you excited? Nervous?
Both. I haven't seen him all summer.
Which is why nerves are acceptable, but we agreed it's time. Your parents want to micromanage every aspect of your life, fine, but not who you date. There are limits, Betty. Post LA, you're in your POP, your place of power. You like him, he likes you. It's what needs to happen, cosmically.
Then why hasn't he ever said or done anything?
Because Archie's swell. But like most millennial straight guys, he needs to be told what he wants. So tell him, finally.
We'll see.
Oh my God!
What?
Kevin is looking out Betty's window towards the house next door into the bedroom opposite hers. Archie Andrews, 16, red hair, finally on the right
How
side of
many
puberty.
fucking redheads are there?
yes.
Is also getting dressed in jeans, slipping on and buttoning up a shirt.
Robo, hello! Archie got hot! He has abs now! I count 6, maybe 8.
No, it's 7.
He just has one ab.
Where did you get my news?
Just one underneath.
Like right down.
Betty looks, her heart sinks.
Oh no.
No, this is good. Abs are a game changer.
Yeah, but now everyone's gonna see what I've been seeing my entire life.
All the more reason for you to take that ginger bull by the horns tonight.
Archie walking out of his room, sending a text, turning off the light. Betty gets a text. Meet up front, picks a shirt, starts to put it on. Kevin doesn't approve.
God, no, the other one.
Elm Street, Riverdale, night. Betty comes out of her house, wearing the shirt Kevin wanted. Archie, hands shoved in pockets, looks at her.
Wow.
Hi, Archie.
You look 10 and awesome.
Thanks. You too. You look different. Not just buff, but like.
Suddenly, Archie's hugging Betty, super tight.
I miss you this summer, Betty. So much.
The hug is a tad intense, like Archie doesn't want to let go. Then he starts strangling her.
That's not in the script.
Me too. I missed you too.
Well, we're at Pop's Chocolate Shoppy Diner. Archie and Betty sit at the booth in mid-conversation.
What was the highlight?
Love my internship? The Judy Bloom book release party I organized by far.
Barnes & Nobles, The Grove, in LA. Flashback. Slow motion, Judy Bloom at the table, signing books for a massive crowd. Betty stands behind Judy with a clipboard, beaming.
At the end of the night, she said to me, enjoy this time, Betty, and remember.
Screw this part, we're going back to the chocolate shop with Betty and Archie.
When you're 15, one summer can change your life.
That's freaking epic.
It was everything. And I may not have gone to LA if you hadn't encouraged me, Archie. So, thanks. You always believe in me. How was working for your dad?
It was pouring concrete literally every day, all day long. So to pass the time. Okay, do you remember in 5th grade, my mom and dad gave me that guitar for my birthday, and I may as well play Rock Band? Anyway, to pass the time at work, I started composing these poems in my head. Then at night I'd get home and I'd write them down and try to fix them, revise them.
The Robert Frost of Rockland County.
It took me half the summer to realize they weren't poems, they were song lyrics. And the other half to realize,
What, Archie?
I don't want to pour concrete for the rest of my life, Betty, or whatever my dad's like grooming me to do.
That's
Manage
not
the
the
guy.
word you want to use.
It's the script. Manage the guys who pour the concrete. I want to be. Can't even say something so stupid.
You want to be the guy who writes songs about the guys who pour the concrete?
That's a funny.
Archie's looking away. Jughead, that's me! In the booth, at the other end of the diner. A quick wave. Jughead waves back. Then Archie turns back to Betty for some truth-telling, and Jughead writes all of this down.
You're lucky you were away this summer, Betty. It was messed up. Messed me up. The stuff with the blossoms. It was hardcore.
That's what my mom and dad said. Hardcore. What was it like?
Surreal. For 3 days, everyone in town met by the river, waiting for Jason to surface. And every day he didn't. Less and less people would show up. I'm never going back to Sweetwater River. That place is cursed.
My parents wanted to write a story about it for the Register. They tried to, but the Blossoms killed it. Threatened to sue to shut the paper down for good.
Darkest summer ever. The
That's
only good thing
Freaking
was
epic.
writing songs made me feel like I'd finally broken through to something real about my life and what I should be trying to do with it. Starting this year, tomorrow.
What about football?
I'll try out at least.
Have you told your dad?
That I'm deviating from his grand plan? For music? No. Till I've got it figured out, you're the only person to tell.
Can I hear them? Your songs?
Definitely. I'm finishing some demos tonight.
Great. Oh, and also, I've been thinking about us, Archie, and our friendship, and how it's time we...
Suddenly, the bell above Pop's front door jingles. Jingle, jingle. And in comes Veronica, wearing a fetching coat, like Kim Baslinger in LA Confidential. She approaches the diner's owner, Pop Tate, behind the counter.
Hi, I called in an order for Lodge.
2 burgers, yeah, almost ready. But you must wait.
Veronica looks around while she waits. There's some weird dude typing away. It's Jughead again. Nope. But then her eyes land on Archie, who's staring at her, which Betty clocks. It's like when Claire Danes and Leonardo DiCaprio see each other through the fish tank in Romeo and Juliet. Veronica walks over to them.
That comparison, huh?
Oh my god.
Hi, how are the onion rings here?
Addictive. They're so good.
Can we get some onion rings too, please? Thanks. My mom and I just moved here, so...
From where?
New York. Do you guys go to Riverdale?
We do. Both of us. Together.
We're sophomores.
Me too. I'm filled with dread.
How come?
Are you familiar with Truman Capote's Auvert? I'm breakfast at Tiffany's, but this town is strictly in cold blood. No offense.
Ouvre. The word is ouvre.
Ouvre. My bad. Ouvre. I tried.
Also, they're sophomores.
Yeah.
When
We're
I
on
was a sophomore, I
Lodge.
was shorter than Mercedes.
Archie Andrews. This is Betty Cooper.
Wait, are you?
Supposed to give you a tour tomorrow? Yes, I'm your peer mentor.
Fun.
Do you want to join us? And maybe
I think we should highlight the stage direction
Not
on that
fun.
one is not fun.
And maybe we can unfill you with dread?
Betty shoots daggers at Archie. Veronica smiles. Demurs.
My mom's waiting for me, but maybe I'll see you tomorrow.
Pre-lap, sound of someone crying. We're now in Cheryl Blossom's bedroom in the next morning. Cheryl, in her cheerleading outfit, blue and gold, sits at her vanity, sobbing uncontrollably, studying herself in the mirror. A knock on her door. It's her mother, Penelope.
Sherry, you all right?
Like a switch has been flipped, Cheryl stops crying, wipes the tears from her face. She becomes a totally different person.
Fine, Mommy. I'm just practicing in case I have to cry today.
I loved my twin brother. In many ways, he was my soulmate. Maybe no crying's better.
Going back to the
getting
Cooper house. Betty's getting ready to head out. A knock on her door. It opens. It's Betty's mom, Alice, coming in.
We're sending next week's issue to the printers tonight, so Dad and I'll be home late.
You know, Mom, one day, eventually, the register will be all digital and you'll be able to work from home.
And then there will be a global pandemic and we'll all work from home.
Woo!
That would break your father's heart. Betty, this coming year, sophomore year, it's critical for colleges.
No, it's
Grades
not.
are important, extracurriculars are important, athletics, important. Maintaining a decent character, hugely important. Colleges do
What is Riverdale?
The directors know.
All right.
I say that every year.
You've accomplished so much, Betty. I don't want anything jeopardizing that. Think about your poor sister. Polly was such a shining star till she let herself be ruined by that Blossom boy. And now, where is she? She never comes out.
I'm not Polly, Mom.
No, but it's so easy to slip, Betty. You missed curfew last night.
By 7 minutes, and I was with Archie, who has red hair, yes, but he is nothing like Jason Blossom.
Oh, sweetie. They're all like Jason. I love you so much, Betty. I just need you to be as smart as I know you are and stay focused.
With that, Alice Stans goes. We linger on Betty. Alice has left something in her hands. Reveal a prescription bottle of Adderall.
Oh my
With her
God.
name on it. The message is clear in case you missed the subtext. Betty must stay focused. The Cooper House hallway, morning. Betty comes out of her room. As she heads down towards the stairs, she glances at the door at the end of the hall. Polly's room, painted black, messily, angrily, like a Rotico.
Roscoe?
Rough.
Betty might as well be looking at the possessed girl's bedroom in The Exorcist. Betty shudders, continues on her way. Now we're in the Andrews house. Archie's parents, Fred and Mary Andrews, on their feet, checking their phones, having a quick breakfast before heading out.
My mom.
Yes, I am your mom. I'm showing the house on Lakeshore.
To that same couple again? Tell them you know an excellent contractor.
Archie comes in, trying to make a fast getaway.
Hey, Mom. Hey, Dad. First day and I'm already late.
Hey, wait, hang on. You coming by after school?
Dad.
Not to work on the crew. You did your time already. This is to get you started on the office, so that next summer.
I can't. I've got football tryouts.
Oh, are you doing that? You haven't been talking much about football, so I
played last year. I'm going to try out at least. Or is that not okay?
Of course it's okay. Go. Good luck.
Archie goes. Mary and Fred share a moment.
Remember what it was like when we had a son and he talked to us?
You mean 3 months ago? Yeah, good times.
Reestablishing Riverdale High. Teachers going in, kids loitering out front, trying to extend the summer even for a few more minutes.
When Principal Weatherby asked me to give a tour, I usually start with a little history and context. So Riverdale High first opens its doors in 1941.
They're in the hallways. Betty's leading Veronica down a locker-lined hall.
And hasn't been redecorated since, apparently. Honestly, I feel like I'm wandering through the lost epilogue of our town. What's the social scene like here? Any nightclubs?
A strip club called the Ho Zone and a tragic gay bar called Innuendo.
That's a great gay bar name.
The Ozone. Welcome
Come on down to the
Oh no.
Betty and Veronica turn to Kevin, if you couldn't tell, coming up behind them.
Friday nights, it's football games, then tailgate parties in a Walmart parking lot. Attendance is mandatory. Saturday night is movie night, regardless of what's playing at the Bayou. And better get there early because we don't have reserved seats in Riverdale. Sunday night, thank God for HBO.
Veronica Lodge, Kevin Keller. Veronica's new here. Kevin is...
Yay, thank God. Let's be best friends.
Yikes.
Yep.
Yikes.
Is it true what they say about your dad?
That he's the devil?
That he's in jail, about to be on trial.
I stand by my father. Does everyone here know? Do you know?
But unlike some, I wasn't going to bring it up unless you did.
Oh shit, sorry.
I appreciate your discretion.
They continue on their way, and with a tour. Archie is at his locker holding a folder which contains a sheaf of handwritten pages.
Yeah.
He's making notes on them, in which he shoves into his book bag when he sees his two bro friends, Reggie Mantle and Moose Mason, approaching.
Bro, you are ready for football. You got hella swole. You're a beast. Your arms are diesel. How'd that happen? You want tea? Anabar, Androgel, Oxydecadurabolinol? Because I told you, my cousin's down in Miami.
From working construction, Reg, and only half of those were real steroids.
Oh.
Is it Reg?
Reggie, yeah, Reggie.
Reggie.
Because he's so regular.
Reggie.
All right.
Because his diet's so high in fiber.
Oh yeah, that's right. Hey, did you do any houses? Any private homes?
A couple.
Sweet. And you were supervised by the ladies of the house?
Where are you going with this, Reggie?
Where I'm going is where I hope you went.
Did you tap any MILF ass this summer?
God.
Oh God.
I hate that line.
Nope. I hate that.
Archie, walking home from a job, pulls up his shirt to wipe his forehead when a cute VW bug slows down. Punch buggy, he punches the driver. No, it stops right in front of him. The driver's side window rolls down, revealing a sexy 22-year-old woman in sunglasses, sipping a cherry Slurpee.
Because you know that's what they want, right?
Guys, I just like to talk about how much I hate this. I hate this. I hate it.
She should be in jail.
Archie, thought that was you. What are you doing walking in this heat?
These bored, lonely, sex-starved housewives?
Building character?
A young, hot football stud to service them?
Wanna ride?
I love the
Archie.
juxtaposition also of this as like Reggie's talking about like MILFs and like bored, lonely, sex-starved housewives.
And this is a
And then
22-year-old woman.
she's in the script as 22-year-old woman.
We're all in our 20s right
She
now.
is
So.
peaked sexually.
Yeah,
She is
true.
past her prime.
I would absolutely describe myself as a bored, lonely, sex-starved housewife at age 22.
Hell yeah.
Great Tinder bio.
That's amazing.
It's amazing, actually,
That's
yes.
so good.
So anyway, Archie debating this offer as we resume with Riverdale High hallway morning. Archie, Reggie, and Moose as Archie backs away from them.
I think that's more an X-Tube fantasy from your spank bank, Reggie.
And Archie's down the hall, around the corner, and we hear.
Oh shit, okay, I don't have a Josie outfit because I forgot I was playing her, so here we go. Excuse me, this is a closed rehearsal.
Archie, holding his pages from the locker, has just come into the room where three girls, Josie and the Pussycats, were in the middle of a practice jam. Valerie, dark-haired, and Melanie, a platinum blonde, stand with their instruments behind their leader, gorgeous, imperious Josie, at a microphone. All three ladies wearing the iconic Pussycat ears. Yep, gang, we're all in.
Sorry, I didn't know. But now that I am here, I was hoping to talk to you about some songs I wrote.
Do I even know you?
His name's Archie Andrews. He was in our pre-cal class last year. I'm Valerie Brown, by the way. This is Melody Jones.
Valerie's obviously crushing on Archie.
Archie, hey, hi. So my songs, I was hoping you would maybe consider recording one or two for your...
Let me stop you right there, Chief. Archie, was it? You're staring at our pussycat ears, which is rude. But let me break it, and them, down for you. The Pussycats are building a brand. You're telling a story. Last year, we won Rockland County's Battle of the Bands.
I know, I was there. You were amazing.
Yes, we were. This year, we'd like to build on that success. Continue telling our story with songs we write.
I hear that, you're doing what I want to be doing. If I can get a song, even one song of mine out there for people to listen to.
You can. YouTube. They'll even watch shitty Zoom readings of
Hell yes.
screenplays.
That's what I'm talking about.
If I record one of my songs and post it on YouTube, it's like,
Smash the like button.
who cares? But if the Pussycats sing and post one of my songs on their YouTube channel with their 200,000 plus subscribers, that would actually mean something.
I won't argue the point, but look at us. We're a girl group of color. I like
Oh my god, I have to say this, don't I?
Lots of divas of color perform songs written by Caucasian dudes.
Oh my
Beyonce, Christina, and Nicki. Maybe if you tried one, you would hear how it sounds.
Read
Read my glossed lips, Justin Gingerlake.
not gonna happen.
Hooah! Yes, 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 hooah!
I'd also like to throw out there that Delaney's casting was spot on.
Yeah.
As Nicole and I are the only ones, assumedly in this group, who have any trace of not entire whiteness.
Oh my god. Okay.
We see Archie slinking out of the classroom where the Pussycats are. We pan from him down the hall to Veronica, still with Betty and Kevin, looking at Archie go.
That's the hottie you were with last night, the redheaded Ansel Elgort.
Oh, that didn't age well.
Oh, that aged poorly, huh?
The hotness is a new thing. Last year, Archie was like Liam Hemsworth. This year, he's more Chris Hemsworth. Not like Liam isn't edible. I totally would, but...
All right.
Your boyfriend?
No, he's straight.
No, we're just friends.
In that case... Mind putting in a word? I'm in dire need of a boy toy to distract me until the spring collections are released. And I've tried every flavor but orange.
What the fuck?
Actually...
This is how teens talk.
Betty and Archie aren't dating, but we're hoping they soon will be. They are endgame. But as with all epic romances, there are issues. Self-esteem, confidence. We're working on them.
They pass a poster on the wall, back to school dance. Veronica, go!
Will you ask him to the dance?
Should, but I heard it might be getting canceled because of Jason. They're gonna tell us at assembly.
So, towns don't have songs. What's that?
All hail. Sorry, that's a school anthem.
All hail the mighty.
Oh, true. I didn't think about that.
The assembly.
That song so much.
Students sit on the bleachers, teachers in folding chairs, Weatherby's at the podium, a young teacher, Geraldine Grundy in glasses.
Geraldine.
Her name's Geraldine as far as I'm concerned.
It's Reggie and
Thank you,
Geraldine.
April.
Reggie.
Reggie and Geraldine. Who's choir?
I'll do it.
I'm choir. Oh, wait, no. Wait, stop.
Near
Bad answer.
friendship
Lead-
started, near or parted, always stay with you.
They finish.
Gorgeous.
No applause.
No applause.
Oh.
Except for Mr. Weatherby.
Well, thank you for that, Miss Grundy. Always nice to hear from our choir. On behalf of the teachers and staff of Riverdale High, I want to welcome you all of what I am certain will be a memorable school year. Those of you who are returning may notice some changes. But before getting into that, we felt it would be remiss not to acknowledge the member of our community, of our family, we lost this summer, Jason Blossom.
Ooh.
His sister Cheryl has asked to say a few words.
Cheryl, who's been sitting in the front row, makes her way to the podium. Weatherby sits with the other teachers.
Thank you, Principal Weatherby.
Please.
I'd like to begin with a moment of silence.
People comply, bowing their heads. Veronica's like, really?
Yeah, really? You guys are mourning this dead kid?
So weird.
Meanwhile, under the bleachers, Jughead, lurking, his laptop under his arm, apart from everyone else. But watching everything.
He could just watch from the audience. Why does he have to watch under the bleachers?
I'll tell you why.
Because
aesthetic.
Cool. What?
I'll tell you why. In case you haven't noticed, he's weird. He's a weirdo.
I don't
He's not like other guys.
He doesn't
and I don't
want
want
to
to fit in.
Have you ever seen him with that stupid hat on? That's weird.
Mercedes, sounds so nice. You're making fun of me in real life.
In real life.
Anywho, Cheryl continued.
Many of you were lucky enough to have known my brother personally. Maybe you were in a class with him, or you played on a team with him.
As you know, he was the captain of every sports team.
Including the girls' sports teams. All of them.
Or you were Facebook friends with him, or followed him on Twitter,
or Instagram, or Snapchat.
We're hip, guys. We're hip. We know these things.
Maybe he cyberbullied you on Webkins.
On Webkins. Maybe type the F word on Club Penguin.
Sitting with Reggie and Moose, Archie stiffens, tries to make eye contact with Miss Grundy, who's looking at the floor. They banged.
It doesn't matter. The point is, each and every one of you, whether you knew it or not, meant the world to Jason.
Cool. Kevin glances at hot new student who glances him back.
Wait,
I loved my twin brother. In many ways, he was, and always will be, my soulmate.
Yikes.
Which is why I can say with confidence that Jason wouldn't want you, us, to spend the year mourning. He would want you, us, to move on with our lives.
Veronica tries to glance at Archie. It's a no-go.
To that end, I've asked Principal Leatherby that we not cancel the back-to-school dates, but rather that we use it as a way for us to heal collectively, to celebrate my brother's too short life. Thank you all.
I have a quick question. Were they in like an incestual relationship?
No,
It
and
sounds like it.
that
It
and sounds
really
like
sounds
that,
like
but
it.
then
One of the
She was a
comics
big
does imply that,
lesbian.
though.
So no.
Oh, she's a big lesbian?
Did
Okay.
he murder
fair
him?
enough.
Like, is this what's gonna happen?
Cannot
Weren't they
tell you.
holding hands?
Listen,
What is this shit?
listen, you guys are right, but shut up.
Archie finally locks eyes with Miss Grundy. Now that we're focused on her, even though she's wearing glasses, we see it's the same woman who offered him a ride in the VW bus. Which, I mean, is really obvious. Like, she put on glasses.
I'm Superman.
Who is that?
True.
That's not Julia. Who's that's not Julia.
It's Clark Kent.
Oh my god.
It's a heavy power. I wield it.
So now we're at the fairgrounds. A crowd of teenagers gathers around an outdoor stage where Josie and the Pussycats are performing. Above them, a sign over the stage reads, Battle of the Bands. This is the Battle of the Bands. The Pussycat song is slow, sultry. The camera pans from the stage over the crowd to a barn. On the other side of barn, we find Miss Grundy's bug parked out of sight. Archie's leaning against it as Miss Grundy, grooving to the song, sexily dances over to Archie, taking Nicole Kidman in To Die For, and kisses him.
Tell my friend, I wrote a song about my past relationship, and it goes something like this. What the fuck was that?
The kiss takes us back to the gymnasium. The present. Around Archie, the student body is still applauding Cheryl. Great speech. 10 out of 10. Nothing creepy about it. But he's laser focused on Miss Grundy, and vice versa. It's getting hot in here, so take a look. It is so hot. Oh, it's in my
Thank you for that, Andrew. Okay.
You're welcome.
Well,
Archie's trying to catch up with Miss Grundy, who walks ahead of him through the students going to class.
Miss Grundy. Hey, Miss Grundy, wait up.
Miss Grundy turns on her heel to face Archie.
What can I do for you, Mr. Andrews?
Can we talk, Miss Grundy?
That depends. About what?
A flash of Archie and Miss Grundy making out. Hot, forbidden, illegal,
Statutory
creepy,
rape.
breaking.
Forbidden.
very.
It's a forbidden love, like
Statutory
Romeo and
rape.
Juliet. Also a creepy relationship when you think about it. A memory Archie pushes out of his mind as quickly as he can.
Music. You're the music teacher. Can we talk about music?
Of course. Make an appointment during my regularly scheduled office hours.
She turns, starts to walk away from him. Again.
Hermione Lodge.
Hermione.
What?
I'm being stupid. Obviously it's Hermione.
Her mononucleosis.
Did you already say stage directions?
I love a Harry Potter.
No,
It's like a
a
transition.
Yeah.
And then it says Andrew's Construction Company, Lobby Day. Veronica's mom, Hermione, sits in the waiting area. Archie's dad, Fred, has come out of his office.
How are you, Fred?
Shocked to hear from you. Come on back.
Not much fancier than the lobby, though Fred at least has pictures of his family on the desk. They're in his office, by the way. Hermione sits as Fred asks,
Do you want water?
I want a job, Fred. I saw on your website you're looking for a seasonal hire. Someone help with the books.
I am. My guy's on paternity leave, but
I think my daughter's going to school with your son. Isn't that funny? We'll have to tell them we knew each other that we even dated for a while until.
you chose the rich kid. Richer than I was, at least.
And now a reversal of fortune. I have a little money saved, not much, enough to get us through Christmas. I'm praying that someone in Riverdale, maybe an old friend, is willing to give me the benefit of the doubt.
Are we old friends? We haven't seen each other since graduation. Riverdale High, class of
Now you're just being mean.
Hermione. If it were up to me,
Isn't it? It's your company.
yes, but I have clients and I'm looking to expand. And this is, it's not much, but it's my legacy. What I'm building for Archie, Sorry, I can't very well have Hermione Lodge, wife to Hiram Lodge, on trial for fraud and embezzlement, balancing my books.
No, I don't suppose you can. What on earth was I thinking? Oh yes, that Riverdale would somehow be more accepting and less cruel that the savages of the Upper East Side? My mistake.
Lunchtime.
Wait, is paternity leave a thing?
Yes, Ross.
Should be a thing.
I know I didn't know paternity was. Sorry.
It is in some companies, not all companies.
Yeah.
Fred Andrews is a respectful gentleman.
I'm gonna make a pretty controversial
The
statement here.
only semi-reasonable character in this entire fucking
He
series.
seems cool. Yeah. All right.
I think paternity leave should be a thing. That's pretty controversial, I know, but like,
Ross really said, "I don't think paternity leave should exist."
I never said that. You're just putting
Ross
words in my
definitely
mouth.
said that. I need you to go back. I'm
It's
going to record
suffocating
something
me.
for you.
It hurts.
And
Stop.
I need you to lay it over a clip of Ross, but mute him and put my
Are you
audio
gonna
over
impersonate
it.
my voice? Go ahead.
Hey guys, I'm Ross, and I don't think paternity leave should exist. I'm Ross.
Ross, how can you say that? Ross, it's lunchtime. Kids at picnic tables. Veronica's moving across the courtyard, searching for the perfect place to land. There are the Pussycats? No. Football players, including Reggie and Moose? Not a good idea. There's Betty, Dilton, with the nerds. Cheryl with her fellow cheerleaders, including Ladies in Waiting, Nancy Woods, and Ginger Lopez. Clearly the queen bees.
Ladies in Waiting.
Veronica sighs, like attracts like. She heads toward Cheryl, but then a double take, she notices that Betty isn't sitting alone. She's with that hottie Archie. Immediately she detours. Arrives at the table where Betty and Archie are sitting with Archie's open laptop.
Can I join you?
They nod, she sits. Betty and Archie are listening to something on Archie's computer. Someone is singing, definitely not Archie.
What are we listening to?
It's a teenager's voice. Again, totally not Archie. Untrained, but cool. Angsty.
I recorded these songs.
That's you singing? A song you wrote?
Song's great, a little dark, a little sexy. It's like My Chemical Romance. Then, Archie closes his laptop. The playback stops.
I did. It's rough.
It's great.
It's incredible, actually. The little I heard. Is that your thing? Music? Are you doing something with that?
Well, I already struck out with the Pussycats.
The who?
Josie and the Pussycats.
No, the Pussycats.
Josie and the Pussycats. They're this semi-famous band that goes to school here.
Betty gestures to where the Pussycats are sitting, wearing, as always, their cat ears.
A bit early for Comic-Con, isn't it?
Archie's trying to set up an independent study with Miss Grundy, right?
The plan. We'll see. How's your first statement?
Well, not to be a complete narcissist, but I thought people would be more
Obsessed with you? Are you disappointed?
relieved, actually.
Any other year, you'd be trending at #1 for sure. This year, though, it's all about Cheryl Blossom.
They look across the way at Cheryl, who's walking towards them, which, for some reason, no one knows why, prompts Archie to...
I should go. I had that meeting with Grundy and then football tryouts.
You play football too. # Renaissance teen.
Thanks,
I'm sorry.
Veronica.
I'm sorry. Is Cheryl using her brother's death for clout?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh no.
Also, Veronica just used the hashtag out loud Renaissance team.
Yeah, you guys are really criticizing me when fucking Marina's over here saying #Renaissance.
I'm just doing it so well that no one
Yeah, no. I never even noticed.
In the
It
context
felt too
of
natural.
he's a football player and therefore he's a Renaissance man.
True.
And he can sing, so he can do everything.
I'm just saying,
No, Jason
That's all you
Blossom.
need.
When the show was
William
Every
Shakespeare,
team.
Archie Andrews.
And he's got a driver's license. I mean,
There you go.
Renaissance
What
man.
more could you want?
Marry this man.
That man would turn me.
Anywho, Veronica looks at Betty, who's looking at Archie, as he goes.
Wow, and suddenly I'm in a YA novel / fanfiction hell. I'm assuming Bella hasn't asked Edward Cullen to the dance yet?
That's way too specific for her not to have read the books.
I just watched the first Twilight movie. Did you know that the apartheid South Africa and North Korean flags are in the cafeteria in the movie?
Really?
What?
Yep.
What?
No.
And the former Yugoslavia. In the flags in the background of the cafeteria, they just Googled flags and just copied and
Totally,
pasted
yeah.
the first stuff they saw.
My favorite part of Twilight is the gym class in high school when there is a child in the background. There's a 6-year-old. Anyways, not yet. And please, let's not talk about Archie in front of Cheryl arriving grandly. Sorry, I lost my place.
Veronica Lodge, I've heard rumors. May I
Fuck
say-
off, Andrew. It's my time to shine.
I'm just giving you the line. I'm giving you the line. I was an ASM for one show once.
Veronica Lodge. I'd heard rumors. May I sit? Betty, would you mind?
Betty slides over so Cheryl can sit right next to Veronica.
Oh God, I don't want to.
Do it.
Do it, you coward.
Just remember, Mercedes, you saying this word will be on the internet forever.
I can deliver the naughty word if you'd like.
The naughty word.
Wait, okay, can we dub it so that Jake just says that one word? So I'll say the rest of the
It's
line.
like really like
But
monotone.
Jake, you say every instance of the word. My
Daddy.
did business with your.
Daddy.
He says your
Daddy.
being railroaded, and that I should
This-
take you under my wing. What are you two gossiping about? Archie's Efron-esque emergence from the chrysalis of puberty?
Ah.
Good, thank you.
Betty
Wait,
was
were you
Veronica.
hiding?
Fleetingly.
No, I got shoved off screen.
Extracurriculars. Weatherby wanted me to sign up for a few.
Cheerleading, you must. I'm senior captain of the River Vixens.
Cheerleading? Like in that old movie, Bring It On?
Has she never heard of cheerleading before?
Okay.
Like in that one specific movie and nowhere else.
Yeah.
That one movie from the 90s, and I have no other frame of reference for it.
So culture
Super old movie.
He knows the pop culture references. Everything she says is a pop culture reference because
Yeah.
she
She knows things. Okay.
Veronica was raised in a windowless box. It's just a television.
I can't wait for Veronica to start using outdated memes.
Oh, it's gonna happen.
Look, can I have
Wow,
a
Archie Kid's
cheeseburger?
epic fail.
I just trolled you guys.
Rage face.
phone you.
I'm forever alone.
Hey, have you seen this guy Pepe? So funny. I bet he has nothing to do with white supremacy.
Like that old movie, Bring It On?
Some people say it's retro. I say it's eternal and iconic.
I'm kidding. At Spence, I sat at the top of the Elite's pyramid. I'm so in. Betty, you're trying out too.
I like this stage direction. Abso-fucking-lutely not. Of course, anyone's welcome to try out. But Betty's already got so much on her plate, and being a vixen is kind of a full-time thing. But whatevs. Follow me on Twitter, and I'll do the same. Cherry Bombshell's my handle.
And as quickly as she appeared, Cheryl vanishes, off to terrorize God who knows next. Everyone hates her. Veronica turns back to Betty.
Go ahead and hate on cheerleading, but if hipster Prince Harry is playing football,
I'd love to be a cheerleader, is the truth. It would round out my college applications, but I tried out last year and Cheryl said I was too fat.
Yikes!
Yeah.
You said I was season 5 Betty Draper.
I'm sorry. Veronica's response is
messed up.
good.
Were you? You're a total smoke show now. If you want to be a
Hey, folks! No!
if you want to be a river vixen, we'll try out together. Come on, what's the worst that could happen?
And we're in the music class. Grundy, earbuds in, listening to something on Archie's iPhone, reading along from the sheaf, again, the sheaf of scribbled pages. It finishes, Miss Grundy takes out the buds, Archie on a chair opposite her, waits for the verdict.
Very real, very personal.
Thanks, Mrs. Grundy. I took your advice, but I was maybe hoping you could help me a little more.
With what, Archie? You've got something to say. You're saying it. That puts you ahead of most everyone in Riverdale.
Thanks, but the thing is, I can transcribe lyrics, I can play some chords on my guitar, you know that, I can record myself singing, but that's it. I have no clue how to write the music, like the actual notes down, and you only heard a couple, but all my songs sound basically the same.
You need to learn composition, variation.
Everything, including maybe some different instruments. Billy Joe Armstrong from Green Day plays the guitar, the drums, the piano, the mandolin, the saxophone, the harmonica, the tambourine. You went to Juilliard, Miss Grundy. Last year you did a private tutorial with Tomoko Yoshida, now she's at Carnegie Mellon.
Tomoko was a senior, and she'd been studying violin all her life.
Which is why I need your help even more. Look, there's no one else I can take lessons from. Believe me, I've looked. Even if there were, I couldn't afford them. It's you or nobody.
I don't think that would be a good idea, Archie. I don't think we should be alone. I mean, do you? If this is about you wanting us to restart something that never should have started in the first place.
It's not. It is about music, but it's also... Please, Miss Grundy, I need to be able to talk about what happened with someone.
Like a fucking therapist or like a police officer?
We did, all summer long.
Yeah, but what we heard...
We heard fireworks, Archie. It was the 4th of July.
Who's lighting fireworks at 6 in the morning? We heard what we heard, and then Cheryl screaming. We didn't do anything, and afterwards we didn't say anything.
How would we have explained that we were at Sweetwater River at 6 in the morning on 4th of July? And you're right, we didn't say anything, so now we have to live with that choice, both of us. Do you understand? Archie, look at me. Do you understand? And you should pursue your music. You have talent, but not with me.
Exterior streets of Riverdale afternoon.
Thank you. Betty, Veronica walking to Betty's along a street that has vacant lots along one side, row houses along the other.
We'll set the routine today, then review it tomorrow morning before tryouts if you want. That sound okay?
Yeah, except I'll never make the squad, right? Not in this lifetime.
Veronica looks at Betty. Something's not adding up here.
Maddie, don't take this the wrong way, but can I make an observation? Hot as you are and smart as you are, you should be rolling the school. But instead you're scared of trying out for cheerleading and of asking a ginge out? What's this about? Come on, dish the D, spill the tea.
Dish the D.
I've been in therapy since I was 6. I've heard it all.
Betty looks out across the field of grass, waving in the wind. A beat. She turns to start to say something, then suddenly turns.
Train.
They hear a train whistle. Toot toot. One is coming behind them along the train tracks, running through the field towards them. They're on the train tracks now. They're gonna get run over. Betty, with purpose, strides towards the tracks.
What, Betty? What are you?
It's okay. It's just a freight train.
What the hell does that mean?
Did this happen in the episode?
No.
It's just a freight train.
Veronica starts after Betty. It looks like Betty's going to step onto the tracks in front of the oncoming train.
Guys, it's fine. It's just a freight train.
Betty, oh my god, Betty!
If it was a passenger train, no. But it's a
Dangerous
Tense
sort of
moment. Let's go.
Betty stops, scant inches from the tracks, lifts up her arms so that they and she are parallel to the tracks as the train whooshes past her. So close, Betty could reach out and touch it. Betty screams at the top of her lungs. The sound blends in with the train's shriek. It's terrifying, a rush, and then it's over. The train's speeding away, and Veronica's left, gasping at Betty, who turns back to her, breathless.
I love Footloose. Oops. With the stress. Get me on the cheerleading squad, and I'll tell you everything.
Football field, next day.
That does not happen in the show.
I love it. I wish it was in the show.
The guys are all suited up, running drills, smashing into each other. Over this, we hear cheering.
Riverdale is very fast. We bring the game because we're all that. We play to win.
Archie flattens Reggie, takes off his helmet, offers Reggie a hand up from the sidelines. Riverdale's two coaches, Cleats and Clayton, confer.
We won't back down because we're the hottest in town.
On the gym stage, Veronica and Betty doing sharp cheerography. As
please
Cheryl,
continue.
Nancy, and Ginger behind a table observe.
We're blue and gold. We're dynamite. Dogs will bark and then they'll fight. We'll take you down and fight the fight.
B and V end on a high note, but Cheryl's stone-faced. What a hoe.
I was hoping for something a bit racier.
Okay, so this is how Cheryl's gonna play it.
Well, you haven't seen our big finish yet. Don't freak out. Trust me.
Then Veronica plans a big wet case on Christmas Blitz in the hands of every single Archie fan on the planet explode.
Do they say this is queer?
Is the water cooler moment of 2016-2017 television season? Or is it the girls turn back to Cheryl, who stifles a yawn?
Check your sell-by date, ladies. Faux lesbian kissing hasn't been taboo since Britney and Madonna did it in 2003. So before you reenact Janet Jackson's shocking nip slip of 2004,
Which Justin Timberlake should have gotten way more shit for, but anyway.
let's move on to the interview portion of our audition, okay? To make sure you are of sound mind as well as body, how often do you talk to your father?
Me? Oh, once a week on weekends.
And would you say you're on good terms?
All things considered, yes.
Moving on. Betty, how's your sister doing?
Polly's fine. Thanks for asking.
Veronica, has Betty told you about her sister yet? And my brother?
No, I've been here for a day.
God, I wish that was the line.
Yeah.
Is it because you're ashamed, Betty?
No, I wasn't sure if I could trust her.
Isn't this the part in the show where she like starts digging her nails into her hands?
Yeah.
Veronica looks at Betty, harsh, but she
She
gets it.
screams in front of freight trains instead.
Dark Betty.
But we River Vixens must be able to trust each other with our deepest, darkest secrets.
No, you know.
Boundaries? Never heard of them. So go ahead, Betty. Tell Veronica about your sister and my brother.
Polly and Jason dated.
I wouldn't say dated.
Whatever, freshman year when I was in 7th grade. Wait. Okay, never mind. It didn't end well.
That's whatever. In fact, Jason's probably why your sister had a nervous breakdown, isn't it?
That's what my parents think.
Cheryl looks at Nancy, at Ginger, then back to our girls.
Is there anything you want to say about that, Betty? Go ahead, the floor is yours. I'm giving you a free pass to say whatever's on your mind. Whatever you've been dying to spew about Jason and how he treated Polly, unleash it.
Destroy me. Do you ever look at someone and wonder what is going on inside their head?
For example, why did Sarah Lee comment on this picture of Nick Jonas saying, "Wreck me, daddy," and then comment again a month later with "Destroy me, king"?
Without fear of reprisal. I just want to hear you say it. I know you've thought about it, stayed awake all night long, imagining how you rip me a new asshole. You can't say asshole on the CW. The moment is here. It's now. And I swear to you, on my brother's grave, it won't have any bearing on my decision to.
Yes.
Finally. Yes.
I just want to say I'm sorry about what happened to Jason. I can't even imagine what you and your family must be going through.
Needless to say, that's not what Cheryl was hoping for. Sigh.
Right. Veronica, welcome to the River Vixens. Come to a Kiki I'm hosting after the dance. Betty, better luck next time.
What? Wait, why? Because you couldn't bully Betty into being a bitch?
I need girls with fire on my squad.
Betty starts leaving the stage. Veronica grabs her arm.
Oh, I know what you need, Cheryl, because I know who you are. You're Riverdale's Red Queen, or should I say Red Widow, since you lost your soulmate. Either way, you'd rather have people fear than like you. You're traffic in terror and intimidation. You're rich, so you've never been held accountable, but I'm living proof. That certainty, that entitlement you wear on your head like a crown, it won't last. You might have another year, another 2 years, another 10 years, but eventually there will be a reckoning. And maybe that reckoning is now. And maybe that reckoning is me. If you know how I am, then you also know I have nothing to lose, and that I too understand a little something about fear and intimidation. To that end, Betty and I come as a matching set. You want one, you take us both. If that doesn't work for you, she and I will start a booster club, open to guys and girls, which people would join, and that would eclipse your River Vixens by lacrosse season, I'm thinking. You wanted fire? Sorry, Cherry Bombshell. My specialty is ice.
Isn't lacrosse season like late spring?
Yes.
Back to gallery. I'm on gallery.
Listen, it's a threat, but it's a reasonable threat. That's how you know it's real. I'm giving myself a solid 7 months to destroy your life.
Holy
It's a long con.
It's a medium-term con.
To Act 3, enter Riverdale Boys
Oh, no, I
Locker
just
Room
meant the-
afternoon.
okay.
After tryouts, Archie on a metal table. Assistant Coach Clayton is icing Archie's sore leg. Head Coach Cleats enters. I don't remember this from the show.
That'll bruise, but you'll be all right. Last 2 days, you've been playing with some real stuff out there, Andrews. Like you're trying to get something out. I don't like that I'm in spotlight view right now. Something you didn't have last year. Usually sophomores don't only play JV, but this year you've got an open spot for varsity. Based on what you've been showing us, I'd like you to have it.
Guys, that open spot on varsity is because Jason is fucking dead.
Oh, yeah.
Wait, would you
Damn
pick
straight.
someone who's the same player?
Me?
Like if he was the quarterback, you'd pick a quarterback.
Let him talk.
Me? Not Reggie or Moose?
We carry Mantle because his father subsidizes our department. And Moose, God bless, isn't bright enough for varsity.
I need to think about it, Coach.
What's more important than football?
So many other things.
My dad's company, it's our family business, and he's sort of counting on me to help out after school on weekends. Wait, is the spot Jason Blossoms?
It is. You'd get his locker, his number. Of course, you wouldn't be captain.
This lands on Archie. He'd be the Dead Boys' replacements. Whoa.
Okay, hang on a
Cancel
minute.
spotlight. Gallery.
Do they really find it a good idea to pass on the number of a dead kid to a different
Yeah,
kid?
usually they would retire the number, I would imagine.
Yeah. Yeah.
I would think.
That's not what we do
Bad
around
luck,
here.
Riverdale
We're
High.
not sentimental folk here in Riverdale.
They don't have a lot of jerseys, so they really
His
just try to-
lingering sweat will give you strength.
No one's told Riverdale about the numbers after 20.
We like to think that the spirit's rage increases performance, you know?
The math department's really struggling. Can't count above 20. Post tryouts, post shower. Betty and Veronica in towels, backs to each other. This wasn't in the show. As Veronica combs out her wet hair, Betty looks over her shoulder, tentatively asks quietly,
Why did you defend me? I know the circles you ran with in New York, and they're not me. So why are you doing this?
Why are being nice?
We have yet to get a script in this group that does not have typos in it.
as Veronica turns to Betty, gets real.
When my dad got arrested, it was the worst thing ever. All these trolls started writing these horrible things about us. We'd get letters and emails saying my dad was a thief, my mom was a clueless socialite, that I was this spoiled rich bitch ice princess. And what hurt the most about it was the things the trolls were writing were true. I was like Cheryl, worse than Cheryl, not a person I particularly enjoyed spending time with, to be honest. So after everything that happened with my dad, when my mom said we were moving to Riverdale, I made a pact with myself to use this as a chance to become maybe, hopefully, a better version of myself.
This unexpected admission prompts Betty to lower her own guard.
When Polly got together with Jason, it meant everything to her and nothing to him. And things got super intense and toxic. I don't know the details, no one will tell me. But what came after, how Mom treated Polly after what happened with Jason was so much worse. She turned on Polly, said Polly wasn't her daughter, said all these horrible things to her. Jason hurt Polly, but it's my mom who broke her. Now I guess I'm under some pressure from my parents not to turn out the way Polly did.
Some pressure? You're like Katniss Everdeen before her reaping.
Another?
Not the time.
Oh my god.
Oh, good. The Sweet Valley High twins are still here.
They turn to Cheryl, flanked by Nancy and Gringer. Ginger.
No, Gringer.
I read words. I've read books before.
Let me one ginger.
I have something for both of you.
Riverdale High entrance day. Betty and Veronica wearing the iconic blue and gold Riverdale High cheerleading outfits burst through the door in a rush on a high, which doesn't dissipate when they see Archie heading from the gym towards his car.
Guys, my
Veronica
high
turns back to Betty.
Guys, my high school colors were blue and gold, by the way.
Wow, Ross, that's really interesting.
I'm ashamed now.
Hey, what was everyone else's high school colors?
Oh, well, ours was black and gold.
Black and
Red and gray.
Black, white, and gold.
Brown
Black
and white.
and gold?
Brown and white?
Yes.
Jake, what the fuck?
Would you like to know the reason why?
Why?
Because someone got their shirt dirty and they're like, these are the colors.
No, it's because it's a very old school and they were Quakers, and back in the day, those were the only colors that they could get that weren't made with slave labor.
Oh
That's
no.
a really good reason. You guys want to know what my school mascot was?
What?
A pond.
What the fuck?
We were the Phi Ponders. And I'm
Body of water?
because before that, we were something racist about Native Americans.
Oh,
Hey, so what are we?
And there's
Good
Anyway.
pond.
Archie's coming.
Okay, you're doing this.
What?
Slaying your dragons, Betty Cooper, one by one.
Veronica drags Betty over to Archie.
Hi, Tina Lander!
Hey, Betty, nice outfits.
Betty has something she wants to ask you about the back-to-school dance. Go on, Betty, ask.
I was wondering if maybe you wanted to come with us. Both of us.
Huh?
I asked Veronica to go with me to the dance as friends, but maybe it would be fun if all three of us went together as friends.
As friends.
The thing is, I'm not really in the mood for a dance.
Oh, that's okay.
Totally unacceptable. We need an escort, so take a break from being Riverdale High's resident tortured musical genius and spend a blissful evening with not one, but two newly minted River Vixens. Resistance is futile, Tiger. We'll text you. TNP, time and place.
Okay, then? Cool. Thanks, Betty. Thanks, Veronica.
I like to imagine Jughead is just sitting in the bushes with his laptop
The whole time.
The whole thing's just documenting everything.
Correct.
That's so good.
Jughead, Archie opens his locker and Jughead falls out.
The car scene with Miss Grundy. It's actually like you pan and there's Jughead in the driver's seat.
eyes- yeah.
Jason Blossom is dying and there's just Jughead on like a raft floating down the river with his laptop. Betty, no, yeah. Archie continues on his way. Veronica turns to Betty. WTF?
It's your first dance at Riverdale. You should have someone to go with.
Fine, but just as your handmaiden, as soon as we get there, I'll peel off so you can be alone with Archie to ask him how he feels about you. And then you'll know, and you'll be much happier. Deal?
Betty nods. A beat. Could this girl actually be a friend?
No.
The Pembroke apartment building. Dusk. Hermione. Hermione arrives home. Spent. Smithers is there, opening the door.
Was today any better, Miss Hermione?
No, Smithers, worse. I was even slapped today. That was fun. Every single place I go to apply for a job, the moment they'd hear who I am, who my husband is, it was naive of me to think this would have played out any other way. No, not naive. Stupid. Blind.
I'm due a 15-minute break, ma'am.
Hermione and Smithers.
What?
Hermione and Smithers around the side of the building next to some dumpsters, smoking tightly rolled joints.
As always, you're a godsend, Smithers. So many people in Riverdale hate us.
Your husband made a number of enemies in this town, ma'am, and Riverdale itself is not as forgiving as it once was.
No, but you don't hate us.
No, ma'am. Your husband always took care of me and my family. He helped me buy my own apartment in the Pembroke. In the back. Not much of a view, but it's ours. So whatever you need.
I appreciate that, Smithers, but I'm afraid I made a terrible error in judgment coming back to Riverdale.
Archie, with his guitar, experimenting with a new song. He plays some, then makes some notes in his book by his side. Don't worry, Fred comes out! Drinking a beer. Not angry, just disappointed. Something's weighing on him.
I got a call from your coach today. He's under the impression that you don't play varsity football because I'm making you work for me. Which is odd, since you intimated that you couldn't work for me because you were playing football. But my first question would be, who are you lying to? Me or your coach?
Neither. Both. Shit.
You can't say that on the CW.
Shiv. I want to study music, Dad. Write music.
And that means you can't play football? Or work with me?
It means I have to figure it out. Which, if I'm going to get serious about music, which I want, which I'm going to do.
When did you decide this?
It's sort of been an ongoing process.
About 20 minutes ago.
Well, you see, Dad, when I was
I'd call that
sleeping with my
ongoing.
music teacher,
Because it used to be. We talked about things like this. Big decisions, life decisions. Your best shot at going to college is getting a football scholarship to a state school.
Not the places I go for music.
Archie, right now you want to study music. That's great. I'm all for it. But when I was in high school, I was in a band. But what happens in 6 months when you move on to something? What happens in 6 months when you move on to something else?
I'm not going to, Dad.
Yes, you are.
And I'm not talking about a band.
Football takes you to college. College takes you to business school. Business school
takes me back here to work for you, here in Riverdale.
With me, not for me. And eventually for yourself. The company would be yours.
No disrespect, Dad, but I don't want it.
3 months ago you did. At least you said you did. What changed?
Me. Everything. This summer...
but Archie stops himself from saying too much.
What? Talk to me.
This summer,
Archie can't. What would he say to his dad?
What, Archie? Tell me. If something's wrong, I can help.
You can't, Dad. You actually can't. Not this time.
A beat. Fred nods. Resigned.
That's it then. We don't talk to each other anymore. We keep secrets. Okay?
Dad.
I would never force you to play football. I don't care if you play football. And you don't have to work with me or for me ever again. With some advice, man to man, the choices you're making now, they're the most important of your life. So, good luck to you. Let me know what you decide.
Fred turns from Archie and goes back into the house. Nothing resolved between father and son. Can we talk about drama?
Guys, that was like actually some good acting, and I'm a little scared. Guys,
what can I say? I can play a good dad.
Actually acting just then, and I don't like that for us.
I don't like that.
Anyways, let's continue. Interior of the
We're in the
Cooper
Cooper house.
Get to be the uncontrolled sister. Yay.
I thought Polly was in like an insane asylum.
No, she's home. She just painted her door black.
Oh.
Guys, that's how you can tell someone has mental health issues, is if they paint their door black.
The CD in her room is going, I'm not okay.
Alright, read the directions.
Anyway,
Betty, in a cheerleading uniform, comes home. The sound of a loud arguing from the living room. Betty rounds the corner. Alice and Betty's older sister Polly are going at it until they see what Betty's wearing, a beat, then both at once.
What is that? You are cracking one of her vixens? No, she is not. That's how it started with your sister. I don't need another Polly, Betty. One train wreck's enough.
I'm the train wreck? Mom, open your medicine cabinet. The only person Riverdale's more medicated than me is you.
Take that off.
If you're trying to prove something...
I'm not, Polly. Believe it or not everything is about you. I love you. I do everything for everyone. Everything to be perfect. The perfect daughter, the perfect student, the perfect sister. Can't I do this one thing for me? No, not one thing. No, one thing. I'm also going to dance with Archie and Veronica Lodge.
Hermione Lodge's daughter?
Good luck with that.
She's actually really nice and trying to be a good person.
Oh, you think so? You think she's your friend? I'm listening to Southern accent.
Yeah. I know the feeling. Go ahead.
You think Cheryl will be? Well, let me tell you, girls like Cheryl and Veronica Lodge, they don't like.
I don't want to hear it. It's happening. I'm going.
Betty's up the stairs. Into her room and fire. End of Act 3. Act 4. Riverdale
That was
Heights.
a really nice.
So
that was a really
intense.
nice turn of events after the good acting that happened.
I'm telling you, Mom, I'm a thug. A rebellious child. My life be like, ooh, ah.
Riverdale High Gymnasium night, decorated from the back-to-school dance, streamers, lights, and giant photo portraits of Jason Blossom hovering
Jesus
over
Christ.
everything. There's like an ice sculpture of him or something in the middle.
Like a fountain.
A
And the
pinata.
Arms of the Angels is playing in the background. There's Cheryl standing in the middle dancing with a corpse. Archie and Betty and Veronica arrive, arm in arm. And the moment is like Cinderella arriving at the ball. Carrie arriving at the prom before the bucket of blood. Veronica takes it in, sighs.
Well, it's not the Met Ball.
Oh my God, you've been?
Twice. Anna Wintour's daughter follows me on Instagram.
Who's Anna Wintour?
On that note, I'm getting some punch. Don't let me down, girl.
Veronica goes. Archie and Betty move further into the crowd.
Anna Wintour is the editor-in-chief of Vogue. There's no reason you would know that.
Archie spots Miss
No,
Grundy
thank you.
off to the side, chaperoning.
Betty, will you give me a minute? And I promise when I get back, I'll be a much better date. 2 minutes, max.
Archie's off, making his way towards Miss Grundy. Before Betty can get too upset, she's rescued by Kevin, arriving with the hot guy who glanced at him during the assembly.
Betty, have you met Davin Davis? His family just moved here from England.
All right.
Wait, I thought Kevin was with
I
Moose.
lied.
That's not till later. Also, Devin doesn't exist in the show.
Devin doesn't exist, but let me have my moment.
But we're with Archie approaching.
Don't panic, Miss Grundy. I'm not single white stalking you.
What? Oh my God!
That's really good.
Oh my God!
I thought, didn't we have a deal?
No, we have a secret, Geraldine. Multiple secrets, actually. And maybe we could have done something to help Jason that morning, or maybe we couldn't have.
We will never know.
Yeah, like you said, we have to live with that. Our secrets. I won't tell anyone anything, but you need to help me. I'm not the Pussycats, I'm not Tomoko Yoshida, I'm not my dad, but I could be, I will be, someone. Maybe it's a colossal mistake, but this summer, the only thing that kept me sane was writing those songs. So here's my not-so-indecent proposal. I want to do an independent study with you, as many mornings a week as you can spare, and I swear that's all it will be. And I won't tell anyone about July 4th, ever. Deal?
Fiddlesticks. Is Archie blackmailing Miss Grundy? Is this that kind of show?
We're
I
doing.
love that's the actual stage direction.
Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays, 7:30 a.m. before first period. I'll set it up and see about getting the credit.
At which point, a hush falls across the gym. Hush. Archie and Miss Grundy turn towards it. Veronica, at the punch table, turns towards it. Betty, Devin, and Kevin turn towards it. Everyone's turning towards it. The whole world, it seems, turns to Cheryl Blossom, flanked by her ladies-in-waiting Nancy and Ginger, making a grand entrance. Unlike the other kids, Cheryl's wearing an outrageously over-the-top crimson gown, gasp-inducing.
Gasp-inducing.
But anyway, We're at the chocolate shop, right here. Hermione with Betty's mom, Alice, in a booth, each having a milkshake. Hermione's a strawberry. Alice is vanilla. Don't you dare eat a chocolate.
I found the one thing in Riverdale that hasn't changed. To Pop Tate and his glorious milkshake.
To Pop Tate.
They slurp. Then.
Sorry.
I heard through the grapevine you were back in town. I thought I should reach out. Then when Betty told me she and Veronica were going to the dance, I thought, heck, why not tonight?
Even though we didn't always get along in high school.
Didn't we? Well, maybe we've evolved beyond our high school selves.
Angle on Jughead coming out of the bathroom, washing his hands, taking note of Alice and Hermione as he heads back to his booth. He's always here. He sees everything.
Good.
Hermione, we didn't invest with Hiram. We were small potatoes. But even if we had, I'm not one of those biblical types who believes the wife should be punished for the sins of the husband, especially if the wife didn't know the husband was sinning. Did you?
I've done many things in my life. I'm not proud of Alice, but I'd never knowingly steal from my family and friends.
Knowingly. That's the word, isn't it? The one that makes all the difference, the gulf between guilt and innocence.
Alice studies Hermione, who's giving up nothing.
I went away too, Hermione, for college. Hal and I both did. And then we came back to raise our daughters here, build a life here, not just because of the register, but because we believe in Riverdale. I believe. It's the kind of town that forgives, that gives second chances.
I'm not quite feeling that yet.
Let me prove it to you. Let me try to help you find a job. We get listings at the register before anyone else. What you and your daughter are doing, moving here on your own, starting over, I have nothing but admiration for that.
Thank you, Alice.
First, I'd like to thank everyone for the support they've shown me since school started.
If you haven't been able to tell, we're at Riverdale High Gymnasium. Resuming with the dance, Cheryl is taking control of the stage and stands at the microphone. Behind her, Josie and the Pussycats are tuning up their instruments.
I wouldn't have made it through without your unconditional love and healing energy.
Veronica, looking from Cheryl to Reggie, huddled up with Moose and some other football players, passing around a flask.
Secondly, I'd like to thank Principal Weatherby for agreeing to donate the proceeds from tonight's dance to a scholarship fund we're setting up in my brother's name, which, each year, will sponsor a deserving student of diversity or disability of my choosing.
Jesus Christ.
Private school?
That's not in the episode. And no, it's not. It's a public school.
This year, we're giving it to girls who have bad hair. I'm so sorry for you that you don't look like me.
We're giving it to the one fat person in the school.
They're so brave.
This one's for the gamers. The
most oppressed group.
To know this evening's main entertainment is to be obsessed with them. Although they usually perform their own material, tonight they're covering one of my brother's favorite songs. I give you Josie and the Pussycats.
Cheryl cedes the stage to Josie, Melody, and Valerie. Without a word of introduction, they start performing an acoustic version of the greatest song of all time, Tears for Fears' Mad World.
Oh my god.
It's haunting, beautiful. Delaney, take it away.
Guys, it's funny because they did not do this in the episode, but they did use this song later in the series when Betty does a weird semi-striptease.
Snake dance?
During a striptease, they use this song?
It's, dude, yeah.
If I did a striptease, I would do the song.
It was a snake dance to join the Southside Serpents.
All around.
Take it away, Josie.
Familiar faces, torn out places, torn out faces.
Kids, couples, drift onto the dance floor. Veronica, off to the side, looks on at Archie, Betty, slow dancing.
Does working with Miss Grundy mean no varsity football?
Study with Mrs. Grundy before school, football practice after school, working at my dad's on weekends. It'll be nuts.
So long as you don't give up your passion.
Veronica's gesturing to Betty from the sidelines. Do it!
Now that I'm a River Vixen and you're gonna be on varsity football,
I have this fantasy of us being a power couple, Archie. the Kim and Kanye of Riverdale High.
I got bad.
Betty.
Is that so impossible to imagine?
Archie looks from Betty to Miss Grundy, chatting with Mr. Weatherby. Does he have competition? As Mad World continues, we flash back to Sweetwater River, early morning. Archie with Miss Grundy lying on a blanket, still statutory rape. On one side of the river, intimate, forbidden.
Statutory rape.
We should get back to town before people start waking up.
It's the 4th. Everyone's sleeping in.
Miss Grundy gently traces a finger along Archie's innocent young cheek.
Thank you, Andrew.
Happy 4th of July, Archie.
Happy 4th of...
The unmistakable sound of a loud gunshot, followed by a girl's scream, echoing from across the river, interrupts them. They sit up. The reverie shattered. We're back to the high school gymnasium night. While back at the dance, Reggie smashes into Betty and Archie, breaking the spell. He's drunk, belligerent.
You made varsity? You did? You don't even like football. I was next in line. It was Jason, then me.
Reggie takes a crazy swing at Archie, who dodged it, dodges it, grabs Reggie's arm, twists it behind Reggie.
Oh wait, that's not Archie. That's not.
What is your problem, Reg? Take this up with Coach, but don't get in my face about this.
Veronica arrives seconds from a full-blown fight erupting, just as Cheryl joins them as well.
The perfect cut into...
Hold that thought, Veronica, because I've ordered a fleet of Ubers to take us to my after party.
I don't want to go.
Attendance is mandatory for Rare Vixens, I'm afraid. And boys, let's all channel this healthy young male aggression into something more productive, shall we? My parents are away, but their liquor cabinet is open.
Oh, dear
for
God.
Business. There'll be sex, booze, and party games galore. Yikes.
When I was a sophomore in high school, one time I drank a juice box at a party. It was pretty wild. Of all the kids, no way this is going to end well tonight. End of Act 4. Thank God, last act, Act 5. Blossom's house, backyard night. Weirdly, Cheryl's after party is more packed than the dance. Jughead's there. There are indeed bars with bartenders, kegs, tiki torches. We find our kids in a clump holding red Solo cups. Because of course, other partygoers are jumping into Cheryl's pool. The music, ridiculously loud.
Is there a bathroom? You can use mine. Inside, second floor.
Veronica sees this exchange, grabs Archie.
Archie, why don't you go with Betty to make sure she finds it without being mauled?
Okay.
Betty mouths, "Thank you," to Veronica. Well, which Cheryl clocks. Archie and Betty head into the house. Cheryl smiles at Veronica and then, "I see exactly what you're doing," kind of way. We're on the second floor. Archie and Betty walking down the hall, trying to find the bathroom. They're both tipsy, taking in the grandeur.
How rich are the Blossoms?
They own half the town, Archie. They're super rich.
Betty stops. She opens a door to a room. Gasps.
Oh my God, Archie.
What? Holy shit.
I don't remember this in the TV show. They're in Jason Blossom's bedroom. Archie and Betty walk into Jason's perfectly preserved bedroom. The vibe they get is nothing's been changed since the accident. They look around, all the trophies Jason's accumulated, all the photos of the Blossom family. It's super creepy and chime-like. On Jason's desk, Betty finds a ratty copy of Catcher in the Rye. Why was he reading Catcher in the Rye? We'll never know.
Because he was an angsty teen.
50 Shades of Grey.
Stop.
Pressed into the pages, barely sticking out, there's a strip of photos, like from a photo booth. Betty pulls it out. It's photos of Jason with Polly. Before her fall from grace, she's blonde, wholesome, not wearing a My Chemical Romance t-shirt. She's wearing a cheerleading outfit. And here, now, we understand why it means so much to Betty to be a vixen. She pockets the photo. Meanwhile, Archie, looking at all the shelves.
We went to the same high school, the same junior high, the same elementary school, and I don't even know who Jason's friends are. Were.
My son was a private person.
They turn. A tall, regal,
Oh my God, I love that.
heavily doped up woman in a silk robe with red hair. Otherworldly. She's Penelope Blossom. She approves of this party.
I doubt he'd appreciate you being in here.
Mrs. Blossom, we didn't know you were home.
We were looking for.
Cheryl appears at her mother's side.
The bathroom. They must have gotten lost. Go back to bed, Mommy. And try not to wake.
Daddy.
He was ready.
Thank you, Jake. That way, to the left. And then come down to the basement.
We're gonna play a game.
Want to play a game?
Oh, Jesus, I just read what the next thing that happens is. We're in the basement. Betty and Archie arrive to find Cheryl, Veronica, and Reggie gathered in Mr. Blossom's man cave. Nearly lit by dozens of candles, wood panel, animal heads on the wall, hunting rifles in display cases. Smells like testosterone. Musky.
Good. Now that we're all where we belong, let's start. I assume everyone knows what a rainbow party is.
Oh God.
I don't actually. What the fuck's it?
No idea.
We'll get to it.
Urban Dictionary.
Hopefully they explain it.
No, we'll get to
Hopefully.
it.
Okay.
Wait, it happens?
All right.
This is a CW show.
Oh my God, just read the lines.
We're so
Yeah.
close. There's 10 pages left.
Bro, I love you. You're my hermano. I forgive you.
A, rainbow parties are urban legends, and B, you're a psycho if you think that's happening, Cheryl. Come on, Betty, we're neat.
Oh, relax, prude. If I wanted to host a rainbow party, I would have invited a different crowd. Also, I wouldn't, because I'm a lesbian. Cheryl takes out her iPhone. We're going old school tonight. 7 minutes in heaven.
I don't see any bottles.
As Cheryl sets a small table in the middle of the room.
Not that old school.
I just looked it up.
What?
Not great.
Yeah, I looked it up too. All right. Keep going,
Oh
please.
my God. I'm sick.
Not that old school. I have an app that pairs paramours up, then times their trysts in the closet of love. The big question is, who wants to go first? My vote is A for Archie. Anyone care to second it?
Actually.
Yes, Andrews. Yes.
All right, gather round, kids. Let's see who's riding. Oh God. I don't
Damn.
Do you want me to say it, Mercedes?
No, I looked it up. I'll just deliver it really flat. All right, kids, gather round. Let's see who's riding the ginger stallion tonight.
That's worse, getting it much.
Yeah.
Right.
Cheryl sets her iPhone down on the table, surrounded by the kids. A virtual roulette wheel on the phone screen spins, slows down, stops on Betty. Cheryl gently bumps the table. The wheel makes one more revolution, finally lands on Veronica. They use a bottle in the show, not a stupid app.
That makes more sense. How do you make an app?
How do you make an app respond to like elbow jabs?
True.
The new girl. This should be fun.
Hang on.
Yes, stud bulldogs.
I'm not doing this.
That's up to you. But if you don't, house rules decree the host gets to take your turn. The lesbian host. You know, you don't have to do anything X-rated in the closet. You can just ask each other deep, probing questions. You wouldn't object to that, Betty, would
That
you?
sounds worse, actually.
Yeah.
Especially now that I
Psychological
told you
torture.
tonight's
Only
only
you.
the first part of your initiation as a river vixen. Oh, sweet, sweet Betty. Did you really think there wouldn't be a price to pay?
Jesus.
I mean, it's not like you're crushing on Archie. Or wait, are you? And I had no idea. 7 minutes. 2 Taylor Swift songs.
Which, as we know, are all famously 3 minutes and 30 seconds long.
Yeah.
Betty looks stricken as Archie and Veronica head towards the basement closet. Darkness. Then one iPhone lights up. Then a second iPhone lights up. Then a third iPhone lights up. Archie and
Whoa.
Veronica, lit only by their
Jughead.
cell phones.
He's like, I've been expecting you.
No, dude, you know Jughead is a fucking Android user.
Oh,
It's okay, guys. This is for my documentary book. You ever heard of Pulitzer Prize winner Jughead?
I know her brother died and everything, but Cheryl Blossoms truly is the Antichrist. How much time do we have left?
6 minutes and 40 seconds. Do you miss New York?
It's been less than a week, but yes.
6 minutes, 20 seconds. Now you go. Ask me a deep, probing question to kill time.
It looked like you and Betty were having fun at the dance.
Definitely. We've been friends forever. My turn.
I didn't ask my question yet. Is that all it is? Just friends?
Not just friends. Best friends. My turn. Did you have a boyfriend back in New York?
No, my turn. Could it ever possibly become something more?
Are you asking for Betty or for yourself? 5 minutes and 45 seconds.
For Betty, and you didn't answer my question.
I know what you're trying to do, get us together, but it's not gonna happen. I've never felt whatever that thing is I'm supposed to feel is with Betty.
Rude.
Have you felt it though? With anyone?
Yes, this summer. Have you?
Yikes.
Jesus Christ.
No. Maybe once. You're a little more dangerous than you look, aren't you? All boy next door-ish.
You have no idea.
Yikes!
Ew.
Don't
I hated
you.
that.
Or maybe you do.
Your turn. Ask me a question, Archie. Ask me anything you want.
The air, the space between them is thick with sexual tension.
They're hearing Jughead say this from
Jughead's just on the floor, thick with sexual tension. So Archie and Veronica start to kiss, passionate, tentatively at first, then more and more passionately. Jughead's really getting into this. End of Act 5.
Act 6, baby.
Baby. 6.5 minutes later, sheepishly, Archie and Veronica emerge from the closet.
You lasted the full 7 minutes. Color me impressed.
Where's Betty, you shady bitch?
She left. Strangely, she seemed upset.
Archie and Veronica trade a look. They both take out their cell phones, start to call her.
I've tried. I think her phone's off. A lot happened in that 7 minutes, huh? It keeps going straight to voicemail.
Reggie, lying on the couch, drunk, moans. Ugh.
Meanwhile, who's driving that hot mess home?
We should probably try to find.
Archie can. I'll take an Uber. Believe me, the last thing Betty wants is us tracking her down together.
From the look on Veronica's face, we can tell. She's already regretting those 7 minutes. There's a sound of quiet knocking. Cooper house, hallway, night. Betty outside Polly's room at the black door, knocking.
Polly? Are you in there? I'm sorry about that stupid fight. It's just so hard sometimes, you know, with Mom and everything.
We remember in this moment that Betty's actually only 16 years old.
Yeah, I'm a 16-year-old girl. Please, Polly, if you're in there, talk to me. Let me in.
Polly's room. Polly standing just inside her room against the door, listening but not answering Betty. It's literally, do you want to build snowman?
Yeah, that's exactly what it
We used
is.
to be best buddies, but now we're not. I wish you would tell me why.
Do you want to go kill Jason?
It doesn't have to be just Jason.
Hey, Daddy, it's me.
Uber car, streets of Riverdale, night. Veronica in the backseat of a Prius, leaving a similar message.
You won't get this till the weekend, but I didn't want you worrying. Mom's fine. I'm fine. We hope you're holding up, and...
As with Betty, we see how young and vulnerable Veronica is here. She's literally 16. How alike they are, in a way. She's fighting tears.
And I wanted to tell you, I'm trying, Daddy. I'm trying so hard. Don't like that.
Pop's chocolate shop. Walking home from dropping off Reggie, reeling from the night, Archie passes the one place in town that's open, Pop's Diner. He sees someone in the booth. It's Jughead. Waves to him. Goes in. Enter night. Joins his former friend Jughead, who sits in front of his open laptop in a cold, half-drunk cup of coffee. Archie lifts up his hand, signs, "Hey." Jughead signs back. Is Jughead deaf?
He was supposed to be.
Really?
Oh,
holy
interesting.
shit.
Huh.
And they decided
that's
not
so
to do it.
interesting.
He's also supposed to be asexual. They also got rid of that.
Then Jughead turns on a hearing aid he wears in his right ear beneath his weird hat. Note, when Jughead talks in the scene, it's with the same voice as in our voiceover, but the cadence is different, slower, like it's the voice of someone who's forgotten what he sounds like.
Let's not do that.
Yeah, let's
Yeah, I'm not gonna do that.
Can I sit? What are you working on?
Novel.
Cool. Still?
Takes a while. Had a breakthrough this summer. Finally landed on something to write about. I saw you in the closet earlier. Coach Cleats was in here. Varsity? That makes you, what, Mr. Popular Football God now?
No. Not so sure about that. In fact, I'm kind of terrified I lost my best friend tonight.
Wow, we're not best friends?
Read the line.
Yeah, you do that a lot. If you mean Betty, whatever happened, just talk to her, man. That would go a long way. Would have gone a long way with me.
I was actually thinking I would maybe write her a song to explain exactly how much she means to me.
Sir?
Okay, my first high school boyfriend.
Ooh.
Yikes.
Ooh. Jughead silent. doesn't give a darn about Archie's music story. Archie looks out the window of the town in darkness then.
Did you know Jason Blossom, Jug? 17 years old. How will he be remembered? As captain of the water polo team? The Aquaholics?
Considering how he died, probably not.
What I mean is, did he make this place, this shitty town, better?
The Jason Blossoms of the world rarely do.
Juggy, I'm sorry, man. I never said that to you, but I'm so fucking sorry.
Which part of it?
All of it. Everything. I was a real dick.
Yeah, you were. What do you even want me to say? What do you even want, Archie?
I don't want to die without us being friends again.
Jughead considers this. I don't even know you, Archie. You might as well be Jason Blossom to me. Jughead takes a sip of coffee. That's all he's saying tonight. Mic drop. Yep, we'll be picking up this story in episode 2.
It would have been way better if Jughead actually said, Jughead considers this.
Jughead considers your request.
Jughead disapproves. Jughead exits. Stage left.
Guys, they were really I'm so mad because that would have been interesting if they had actually
Jughead deaf?
made Jughead deaf.
Yeah, but the rest of the show is such a fucking shallow mess that it would not have meshed at all.
Yeah, all right, fine.
Veronica comes home from Cheryl's to find Hermione having a glass of wine, getting crossfaded.
I was about to take my Ambien. How was the dance?
It was okay. I mean, it wasn't the Met Ball or anything.
Hermione parts the cushion next to her. Veronica sits. Pats, not parts.
Our first week and we survived, and you're making friends.
I'm super tired, Mom.
Where'd you go? Okay.
Hermione's hand starts to go, stops.
There she is.
I had a nice night tonight. I reckon I did with Betty's mom, Alice, and I think they're going to be real allies to us, Veronica. Both of them. That's good news, isn't it?
Guys, I totally
Jughead has writer's block.
Veronica stares ahead, doesn't know what to say.
She knew. Hermione knew what her husband was doing.
Oh. Alice and her husband Hal are getting ready for bed in the Cooper house. Undressing.
She said that?
Of course not. She lied. The way she did in high school. Like when she tried to steal you away from me.
Oh, come on, Alice. Hermione was a flirt. She flirted with everyone.
Mm-hmm. She and her daughter are a story, Hal. The story that's going to change everything for us, for the Register. Everything the Blossom story wasn't.
Be careful, Alice. You're spinning into butter. The Lodges are still a powerful family.
Alice fixes her husband with warning stare. Daggers there.
You be careful, Hal. I don't want history repeating itself. Hermione broke your heart once. She'll do it again.
We're at the Andrews' house. This late, Archie's exhausted, but wired. As he starts up the walk to his house, Betty steps out from the shadows. Also, Jughead is there. She's been waiting for him on the porch.
I'm not going to ask what you did with Veronica at Cheryl's. That was just a stupid party game. Oh, but I'm asking you now, right now, if you love me, Archie.
Betty.
Or even like me. Just please tell me. Respect me. Respect our friendship enough to be honest with me. Or do I need to say it for you?
I'm so sorry, Betty. Of course I love you, but I can't give you the answer you want.
Betty's eyes are wet with tears, but she's pushing through.
Why? Why can't you?
Stop.
So many reasons, but the main one is you're so perfect, Betty. I'd never be good enough for you.
What is this bullshit? Sorry.
I've never been good enough for you.
Oh my god, just
Fuck
say it.
you.
Fuck you, Archie. Fuck you.
Just say you don't like blondes,
Archie
Jesus
hasn't
We all
Christ.
had big reactions to that, huh, folks?
Archie hasn't been drinking his Respect Women juice.
This girl is the nastiest skank bitch I've ever met. Do not trust her. She is a fugly slut.
The two lifelong friends look at each other, hearts breaking, a truth between them finally spoken aloud. Meanwhile, at the Sweetwater River, the post dance, Kevin and British hottie Devin have come.
Love interest Devin.
Hottie Devin.
British hottie Devin have come here for an illicit tryst. They're off on the river's edge, wrestling to take each other's shirts and pants off, brother.
What do you like to do?
I'm versatile, but could we maybe just start with skinny dipping?
Devin stops, looks at Kevin. It's actually kind of sweet though.
Yeah. Oh, that's brilliant.
Kevin and Devin head towards the water, stripping their clothes off. When all of a sudden, Devin trips over a dark mass in the riverbank.
Bloody hell!
They kneel down next to it, use their iPhones as flashlights, and he's got his weird, like, British iPhone. To reveal
Left instead.
To reveal.
Jason Blossom's waterlogged, rotten corpse, tangled in river weeds, his face half eaten by fish. There's a bullet hole in his forehead.
Oh, shiitake mushrooms!
I'm Steiner, Knight, Jughead, typing away at his keyboard, resuming with his VO. By morning, everyone would be talking, texting, posting about it. We'd all be feeling it. That the world around us had changed. Forever. Early morning, Sweetwater River. The entire town, all of our characters, I mean literally all of them, including Jason, have gathered. As Riverdale police, led by Detective Sam Hill, helped by paramedics. Sam Hill.
Shut the fuck up.
Load Jason's body into an ambulance. Betty's there, with Polly and her folks. Veronica, Hermione, Archie's with his parents, Miss Grundy's there with Weatherby, other teachers and students, like we already said, everyone's there. They all look around, transformed, scared, especially Cheryl, who's climbing into the ambulance, bizarrely without her parents.
Huh?
That Riverdale wasn't the same town anymore. That if we'd ever been innocent, we weren't anymore. On Monday, the autopsy would take place. And on Tuesday, halfway through 5th period, the first arrest would be made, shaking the very foundation of Riverdale High. Smashed to black.
Smashed to black.
We did it.
We did it.
Hang on.
Metallica's faded back.
Wow. I thought you were gonna do something way more profound.
It's her signature thing.
Maybe you could replace it with the soundbite you now have of me saying the word daddy.
Daddy?
Wow.
Oh god.
Good job, guys.
That fucking
Well, that was
pilot.
fun.
That was a lot.
Wow. Lots
That
of
was a
experience,
lot,
but
right?
we got there, and it
Boy,
wasn't
this
long.
sure used to kind of be a show, huh?
Remember to hit that like button.
Smash it!
And check out, okay, so all the ending stuff, but also check out me and Delaney's podcast that we're going to be making soon.
Oh my gosh! Hell
We're going to be
yeah!
recording
Wild.
the first episode this week, hopefully, probably.
What's it gonna be
What's
about?
going to be about, Mercedes?
We'll find out.
Musicals,
we're not
obviously.
telling
It's going to be about musicals, but
Obviously.
you'll find out what the specific musical is.
Oh, excellent.
It's gonna be Bye Bye Birdie.
It better be
I'm
Spamalot.
calling
Not
it.
Bye Bye Birdie. I'm not that predictable.
No,
Are you sure?
it's Bye Bye Birdie
I'm
2.
not,
Bring
okay,
back
I'm
Birdie.
not that predictable. I
No,
am
I'm
that
kidding, I'm
predictable, but
kidding.
Delaney's not.
Okay, fair.
Thanks.
So
Anyway,
check that out, hundreds of viewers. If you've made it this far,
Hundreds.
thanks.
go listen to me and Delaney ramble by ourselves. Mostly me, probably.
Cole Sprouse, if you're here, I minored in anthropology, and I know that you studied anthropology in college, so.
If he's single
Hit
now,
her up,
so
Cole.
go for it, girl.
I mean, I don't know.
Soul Sprouse, I'm sorry for making fun of Jughead.
We can talk about human
Please
origins
don't kill
together.
All right. I'm.
I hate this. Please
Good
stop.
Debbie Ryan.
Debbie Ryan looking at us
Debbie
over here.
Ryan.
Thanks for coming, hundreds of viewers.
Thanks, Andrew and Julia, for joining us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Welcome to the gang.
Delightful. Okay,
Part of the crew.
I'm back.
I did it, Mom. I have friends. Someone tell Millie.
We're gonna stop
You
recording.
have internet friends. Sit down.
Bye.
Bye bye from Riverdale, the town with
Bye.